Hi everyone, Dr. Jen, our Bucks and TJ Carbot sections, and happy Women's History Month, everyone. So, Women's History Month, and it shouldn't just be during Women's History Month, but it should be all year long, where basically, we celebrate and commemorate all of the achievements women have done throughout history for society, and it shouldn't just be the challenges that all women have went through. Yes, we do need to acknowledge those challenges, but at the same time, we also do need to acknowledge all of the achievements they have made throughout history as well. So here's a little bit of history on Women's History Month. I got this from womenshistorymonth.gov, which will be in the description below. So about Women's History Month. Women's History Month had its origins at a national celebration in 1981 when Congress passed Public Law 9728, which authorized and requested the president to proclaim the week beginning March 7th, 1982 as Women's History Week. Throughout the next 5 years, Congress continued to pass joint resolutions designating a week in March as Women's History Week. In 1987, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed Public Law 109, which designated the month of March 1987 as Women's History Month. Between 1988 and 1994, Congress passed additional resolutions requesting and authorizing the president to proclaim March of each year as Women's History Month. Since 1995, presidents have issued a series of annual proclamations designating the month of March as Women's History Month. These proclamations celebrate the contributions women have made to the United States and recognize the specific achievements women have made over the course of American history in a variety of fields. And now here is some, are some women, and some of the achievements they have made. So I'm getting this from draperandcreamer.com. So first we're going to start off with Lilly Ledbetter, and was born in 1938, is still alive today. A powerful activist for women's pay equality, Lilly Ledbetter filed suit in 1998 against Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company, her former employer, due to being paid significantly less than her male colleagues. The court went on to rule against her in 2007, claiming the suit had to be brought within 6 months of the discrimination occurring. She fought back, making the case that she hadn't discovered the discrepancy until several years later. Her story caught the attention of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who helped enact the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, helping employees win pay discrimination claims beyond the 6-month period. The act was the first piece of legislation signed into law by President Barack Obama in 2009. Ledbetter is also known for a quote, "Equal pay for equal work is a fundamental American principle," which he stated in a speech at the 2008 Democratic National Convention. Ledbetter continues to fight for women's rights and equal pay, which is good because everyone should be paid the same. No one should really be paid less or more depending on what their gender orientation is, or what the color of their skin is, or any of that, it shouldn't be off of race or gender orientation, none of that. Everyone should just get equal pay, because doing it off of that is really unfair and it's discriminatory, and I think it's good that Lilly Ledbetter did this. So now we're going to move on to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was alive from 1933 to 2020, a fierce leader who fought for justice and served America until her death in September 2020. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an American lawyer and jurist who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States from 1993 through 2020. Ginsburg was the first Jewish woman and the second female to serve on the court. She spent much of her career advocating for gender equality and women's rights, going on to win several arguments before the Supreme Court, including the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, which is definitely good. And now we got Harriet Tubman, who was alive from 1822 to 1913. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery in Maryland in 1822 and endured physical abuse that left her scars for the rest of her life. At the age of 27, she escaped slavery through the Underground Railroad and served as a conductor on the railroad, as well as a Union spy during the Civil War. Celebrated as a prominent figure in abolitionist movement, Tubman's fearlessness helped countless individuals escape slavery and death. And now we got Susan B. Anthony, alive from 1920 to 1906, a woman's rights activist and American social reformer. Susan B. Anthony played a critical role in the women's suffrage movement, helping to lead the way for women to vote. Because exactly, like, everyone should have the right to vote, you know? She was also a New York state agent for the American Anti-Slavery Society and a co-founder of the Women's Suffrage Association. She spent her entire life fighting for women to have an equal voice and equal rights. And those are just some of the women that have done just great things throughout society. If you want to learn more, it will be in the description below. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Happy Women's History Month, everyone. And again, it shouldn't just be celebrated during Women's History Month. It should be celebrated all year long, every single day of the year. And yeah, because it just shouldn't just be during this one lone month alone. It should be celebrated all year long and every single day of the year. And happy Women's History Month, everyone. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And again, check the description below if you want to learn more about what I talked about in this video. So happy Women's History Month, everyone. Again, shouldn't just be celebrated during this one lone month. Should be celebrated all year long, every single day of the year. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I'll see you all guys next time. Bye, everyone.